University of Iowa Fleet Services provides a variety of vehicles to students, faculty, staff, and volunteers for daily rentals covering periods of 1 day to 3 months. If a vehicle is needed for longer than 3 months, please call our office for options and pricing. This tutorial will take you step by step through the process of submitting a Fleet Services requisition to reserve a vehicle. The first step is to log into the Employee Self-Service portal. Once there, click on the Administration tab, and in the Forms section, click Fleet Services Requisition. This will take you to the form page that will allow you to create a new requisition or search for an existing requisition. Click Start a New Requisition. Begin by filling in the date and time you would like to pick up the vehicle. You can either type the date or click the calendar icon and select one. Then fill in the date and time you plan to return the vehicle. Please be as accurate as possible. We schedule vehicle rentals very tightly to maximize fleet efficiency and reduce costs. Picking up or returning your vehicle 30 minutes early or late can make a big difference. If you need to leave a personal vehicle in our parking lot, select Yes from the drop-down menu. We will provide you with a temporary parking permit when the vehicle is picked up. The permit is valid for the duration of your trip. Next, fill in the destination and purpose for your trip. The destination should include both the city and state, and the purpose needs to describe the nature of the university business. Fleet Services offers both GPS and iPasses to accompany vehicle rentals. They can be selected in the next two drop-down menus. For fiscal year 2019, the cost is $5 per day for GPS and $5 per day plus toll charges for the iPass. The next drop-down will allow you to select the type of vehicle you would like to rent. Fleet Services offers mid-size sedans that can seat up to 5 passengers, minivans that can seat 7 passengers, including the option for a handicapped accessible van, cargo vans, large SUVs that can seat 7 to 8 passengers, a pickup truck that can seat 6 passengers, and a cube truck with a liftgate. You also have the option to rent a standalone GPS for use in your own vehicle, as long as it is used for university business. Once you have selected your vehicle type, you need to specify the driver or drivers for the reservation. Information regarding who is able to drive, as well as the approval process, can be found in the university's operation manual in the section entitled University Driving Policy. First, select the driver type as either employee, non-employee student, or other, then click Driver Search. Search for the person's name. Once they are located, click Choose this user. If the driver's license number field populates with DLM valid, that means that the driver has already been approved by risk management. If the driver's license field does not populate, it can be for a couple of different reasons. If the driver has not been submitted to the driver's license review system, a message highlighted in yellow will pop up that states, "This driver has not had their driving record checked. Please contact your HR rep to initiate a new driving record review into the system." However, you are allowed to submit this requisition for Fleet Services. The requisition will still process. In addition to contacting your HR representative to have the driver submitted to the driver's license review system, you will need to enter the driver's license number so we can further review their eligibility. If they are pending in the system, a message highlighted in yellow will display that reads, "Driver's license review is pending. Contact risk management for additional information." If the review is pending, you will need to fill in the driver's license number for us to further review their eligibility. If you see a message highlighted in red stating, "This driver does not meet Fleet Safety Program driving standards and cannot drive a vehicle personally owned or university owned for university business," it means that they are not authorized in the driver's license review system and therefore cannot drive a vehicle for university business under any circumstances. There are a few cases where someone who is not faculty or a student will be able to drive, such as volunteers or faculty on developmental leave. If this is the case, choose Other from the driver drop-down box, fill in the person's name, as well as their driver's license number. In the boxes to the right, you will need to describe what other means. Also fill in what age range the driver falls into, and what state their driver's license was issued in. Non-employee drivers, including students and volunteers, will also need to complete a one-time online defensive driving course in order to be eligible to drive. Instructions on signing up for that can be found on the Fleet Services website. The requisition form also allows you to add additional drivers by clicking on the Add a Driver button. It will populate the same fields as before for you to search and enter the information for the driver. This form will allow you to add up to 9 drivers to any requisition. Next, you will fill in the information regarding the passengers, if any, that are being transported. This includes the total number of passengers, not including the driver, as well as their classification. The next section regards who will be the primary contact for the requisition. It will automatically default to the person filling out this form, but this can be changed. You also have the ability to add a secondary contact who will also be notified via email with the details of the reservation after it has been confirmed. The primary contact is the person we would call about the reservation for this trip. We would also call this person for any driver complaints submitted. The primary contact should not be a student. Just below where you can add a second contact, you will see a checkbox for a reminder email. If checked, a reminder email will be sent to all the contacts at noon the business day prior to the reservation. The next step is to fill in the appropriate MFK for your requisition's charges. The I account should be 6058. We also give you the ability to split the charges over multiple MFKs. Just simply click the Add an MFK button, and then you can adjust the percentages between multiple MFKs as appropriate. Once all of the required fields are filled in, you have the ability to leave some additional remarks or notes about your requisition. This would be the place where you can request seats to be flattened in a minivan for extra storage, or when to start charges in circumstances where a delayed dispatch may apply. Ignore the section titled Fleet Services Use Only and click the button to Route Form and Workflow. Then pick the appropriate path from those listed and click Route and Workflow.